As a former community banker, I've dealt with the conflict of wanting to help law enforcement agencies when receiving what's called a keep open letter, while not being able to because the need also to comply with my responsibilities in my regulatory responsibilities. The rules on setting out how banks have to open and close a suspected account by a regulator. Today, the overall purpose of this bill is to support law enforcement and reduce money laundering and terrorist financing through our banking system. That's why, along with my good friend from Illinois, Dr. Foster, I was pleased to introduce this common sense bill. It enables partnerships without repercussions between law enforcement agencies and local community financial institutions by allowing law enforcement to monitor the cash flows associated with criminal investigations at a financial institution. Under the Bank Secrecy Act and the Anti-Money Laundering regulations, banks face strict rules for managing accounts so that they cannot facilitate money laundering, terrorism financing, drug running, or other illegal activities. Sometimes banks receive notices from law enforcement agencies known as keep open letters. That requests a bank to keep open an account so that the law enforcement agency can track payments and better monitor criminals. Such requests might come from the FBI, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the Department of Homeland Security, the U.S. Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, known as FinCEN, local police, or any other law enforcement agency. If banks help law enforcement and comply with keep open letter requests, they in turn, unfortunately, risk being penalized by regulators for allowing an account to be open and continue to be open by someone who's suspected of a crime. This common sense bill supports those efforts by law enforcement by allowing the financial institutions to comply with the keep open request, maintain a suspicious account without being penalized by regulators. Financial institutions will no longer be liable for maintaining an account for law enforcement investigative purposes. Under this bill, no federal department or agency may take an adverse supervisory action with respect to that financial institution for keeping open such an account. This is a common sense bill, and I urge all my colleagues to support it. It will give law enforcement tools they need to prosecute bad actors, and I think be better and more fair in its treatment for our financial institutions. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I reserve